Now, clearly I'm very biased, but I do think that this year's Guardians have done an exceptional job of putting together a programme for Congress that is not only new, but should have widespread appeal to the membership across BEVA. It's a real challenge to put together 4 streams of lectures across 3 days that do have that universal appeal to the whole membership, and I congratulate them on the fantastic job that I certainly feel that they've done. Certain themes form the building blocks around which we built the Congress programme. Through Thursday, the first theme is that of advancing lameness diagnostics, with a very international panel of speakers that bring their own perspectives on the investigation of lameness, with a particular focus on trying to make lameness assessment more objective and more evidence-based. The orthopaedic theme follows through into Friday with a number of different sessions, but the central theme to Friday really is that of colic, which is a tribute to the late and very great Barry Edwards, and it's very appropriate that Debbie Archer has put that day of lectures together for BEVA, pulling in eminent colic surgeons from across the world, as well as giving a platform to some newer talent from the UK, and also some human speakers to bring a comparative aspect to abdominal surgery. Into Saturday, there are a couple of themes running through. The first is that of the hospitalized horse, which should have appeal to veterinary nurses as well as interns and those working at within the country's many equine hospitals, but shouldn't really be overlooked by those who are more senior within the hospital environment, as there will be a huge amount of new information on various topics that is presented. And to be honest, even those that aren't in the hospital day in, day out will find a huge amount of useful information, as many of the individual topics are equally applicable to those who are out on the road, for that matter, anyone dealing with horses or the often awkward human beings that accompany them. Second theme through Saturday is that of physiotherapy and chiropractic with a veterinary physiotherapy interface, and we have a number of eminent speakers not only from our own profession but also physiotherapists and chiropractors who are all coming together in a forum which will hopefully promote some open, honest and evidence-based discussion. Not surprisingly, there's a fairly strong medicine theme running through all halls and all days of Congress, and certainly one of the highlights will be Nicola Pasterla coming across from UC Davis to give us his insights on a number of new and emerging infectious diseases. Hugh Griffiths also provides us with a new perspective on equine reproduction, and he's pulled in some BEVA debutantes from Europe and also from Australia, again to express some views and opinions that I'm sure most in the UK will not have heard, and those that are relevant to those conditions that we're all dealing with on a daily basis. In addition to Eddie Clutton's plenary lecture on anesthesia in horses, illness, pain, broken legs and death, which we all await with some trepidation, the anaesthetist should also have another session on the darker side of what can go wrong with equine anesthesia, as well as hopefully a slightly more upbeat how-to session, which should have appeal to those who are perhaps a little less experienced with equine anesthesia. But even those who feel they're pretty much up to speed in their respective areas of interest will not feel left out. The clinical research sessions this year were massively oversubscribed, and huge thanks to Professor Marr and the Equine Veterinary Journal, who have allowed us to use their software to fully peer review all the abstracts for this year's Congress. The BEVA Congress has to be one of, if not the toughest gig at which to get your research accepted for oral presentation, so I would urge all of us to support those who've been successful in running that peer review gauntlet and becoming accepted for Congress. In addition to the clinical topics, practice management makes a return this year with Keith Chandler, uniquely placed to offer a clinical and practice management insight as he chairs 2 sessions on Friday afternoon which focus on the profitability of equine practice. In addition, the moral mazes are certain to promote some fairly lively debate both on Thursday and Saturday afternoons, and it's a great credit, and I'm very grateful to those that have been prepared to stand up for their beliefs, which in some quarters are likely to prove unpopular, but to put their beliefs on the line and to stand up for what they think. Also great thanks to Roger Smith, who is going to chair the equine sports medicine ethics debate on Thursday afternoon, and to Malcolm Morley, who has the slightly unenviable task of maintaining order in a discussion on whether equine practice needs to change in order to accommodate family life. 2 issues that I'm sure you'll agree are of great importance to the profession, and I hope you'll support and contribute to those debates. So I really hope we have succeeded in providing something that is relevant and exciting for everyone, and I very much hope to see you in Liverpool.